So for weeks now, we've been exploring a question: are we in a constitutional crisis? The answer is yes. But more important, that may be the wrong question. The right question to ask is, are we on the cusp of a fundamental and lasting and perhaps irrevocable transformation of American society and government? I've covered the courts for more than 2 decades and the Supreme Court for 17 years. I've never seen anything remotely like this. The sheer volume of executive orders signed by President Trump and the more than 100 challenges to them in the courts seem to be overwhelming the system. Presidential administrations through history, when a trial judge tells them to do something, they have typically done it, and when they disagree, they appeal. Here we have an administration that has 2 impulses. One is to avoid complying with a judicial order, and the other is to call for the impeachment of the judge in question. That gives rise to a very unusual statement from Chief Justice John Roberts. But in some ways, the Supreme Court actually laid the groundwork for some of the actions President Trump has been taking. In July, the Supreme Court gave President Trump substantial immunity from charges that he had tried to overturn the 2020 election. That's important, but it's nowhere near as important as some statements in the decision that laid out a vision of the presidency in which the president has unchecked power in many realms of his job. And that ruling certainly seems to have emboldened President Trump in his second term. He is asserting a kind of power over American society that we've not seen before in our history.